Well, how are you all doing? Good to be back. Today I'd like to look at something that I think that we both can look at together, you and I, because you know that at the end of the day, we are all part of the system. I remember when I was doing my training and this came up and they said, we're all part of a system. And I was really confused about it at the time because I felt that I wasn't really part of a system. My own family of origin would have been quite chaotic. So I suppose in that I didn't really see a system as such. But when I actually thought about it, I thought, yeah, there was a system really. It was a strange one, but it was a system. So I'm going to share this with you today, and I'd like you to stay with me on this because you might gain something from it. And if you don't, somebody definitely will. We are involved every day from the time we wake until we sleep in a system. Kids go to school from a very young age. As a young mother, as a young first mother, you're in the system, you're learning, you're asking questions, you're wondering, how do I do this, how do I do that? When you start on a job, you're in the system of the company, the system of the staff. If you're running a business, you're trying to systemize it so that it works. So we're all in a system. We have to lay that down. That is the truth. We are all systemized. But I will say that in reality, your place at the table is your unique spin on the system. And it's very important that I've seen thousands and thousands of hours of work with clients. And what I've found really comes up an awful lot is people trying so hard to find their way out of the system to be their unique selves. And they are so caught in by the influences of what everybody is expecting that they actually are so frightened to be themselves and be uniquely themselves. And I'm sharing with you today that you can't break the system. We might as well lay it down. The system is there for a reason. It works. But you definitely can modify it and yourself and morph yourself, or the word is probably not morph. The word is probably adapt. You adapt yourself so that you can be in the system but still be yourself. Now, I was talking to somebody just this morning about this, and they said you really need to know who you are first. But the only way you're really going to know who you are is by, we've spoken about this all last year, awareness, noticing, taking everything around you, watching other people in the system and how they are, and then you finding what is right for you, unapologetically. Your place at the table is your place at the table, and it's your time to say that and be that and celebrate that. I hope this makes sense to you.